What's up, everybody? I'm Jason, and you're watching Tennessee Mountain Homestead. Well, it happened again. Last night, we had a major storm come through ahead of a cold front, and it caused a significant amount of flooding. In the midst of all the flooding, Ethan actually went out and took some footage. I'm going to show you guys that right now. As you can see, a huge amount of water moved through our property. So it went through the barn and washed out the things that we had in there. And luckily the boys went in ahead of the storm and moved out whatever tractors and things they could. But there was still some collateral damage in the form of wood and hoses and things of that nature. Not that big of a deal, but the barn is definitely going to need to be addressed, and we're going to get to that in a future video. Another thing that happened was it knocked out the pump house. So we are currently in the process of cleaning the pump house out. Jace and Ethan got down in there and vacuumed out the tanks after we took all the muddy water out. And I'll put some footage of that right here. And probably most importantly, besides the water in the pump house, is water came in through the back wall of our house again. It doesn't happen every time it rains, but when it rains like that, it's happened in the past 2 years. And I still haven't finished the concrete behind the house. But last night, it started leaking in under the wall at about, I think, midnight, and went through to about 3 o'clock in the morning. And the kids stepped up, and every one of them was on hand in there with shop vacs and removing the water almost as fast as it was coming in. So thankfully for them, the house did not completely flood inside. I got some footage of that too. with all that being said, the main point of this video is to say that we're not going to have a video basically this weekend because, as some of you guys know, I had big plans for the Sears. We were going to do belt guides and whatever else this weekend. That's obviously getting put on the back burner until we get everything straightened out around here. So what we're going to do now is we need to run up to this spring about a mile up the road to get some fresh, clean water because the creek is still not crystal clear like it normally is. It's still flowing and there's still a lot of water draining out from the mountains. And we can't suck that water out of the creek as we normally do into our tank. So there's a spring up the street that we're going to go visit. We're going to fill up some trash cans. We'll take you guys along if you're interested to see how that goes. We're going to fill up our holding tank under the pump house so that we can do laundry and get the water back on. And then after that, I'll put some footage. I took my tractor earlier and I drove around and did a little bit of a damage assessment. Anyway, with all this storm damage, I've got some fresh new ideas on how to prevent it in the future. I think that's going to be some very interesting videos. And we still need to go out there and do something about the barn, because now the barn, especially on the right side by the creek, is becoming questionable. As a matter of fact, I told the boys all this week when I'm at work, I don't want anybody in there because it's literally come down about 18 inches. It's just washing out underneath it and it's sinking into the ground. So we're gonna have to jack that back up. Or I don't even know, but that's all in the future. Right now, we're gonna get the pump house back online and try to clean up what we can in the barnyard and in the house. That's gonna do it for the video. I hope you guys understand what's going on and why I can't make a normal video about the Sears, but all that's coming soon. We're gonna get that done amongst a lot of other things. So with that, I'm Jason. You're watching Tennessee Mountain Homestead, and we'll see you on the next one. We're headed up to the spring. It's about a mile from the house, and thankfully it's there because it runs year-round, and a lot of people go there to get spring water to drink. But we're going up there right now to get spring water to fill up our tank underneath the pump house so we can do dishes and use the bathroom and everything. But we're gonna have to use 5-gallon buckets to put it into trash cans and then carry it back, and we'll pump it out of the trash cans into our holding tank. Definitely going to take a while. We're trying to find the intake that goes underground into the creek, and it's covered up by rocks and silt and dirt. So instead of trying to digging around looking for it with shovels, we're going to go ahead and spray some compressed air into the pipe and see if it shows up in there. I think we found it.